Hey everyone, this is George Soto and you're watching Startups Unedited.
Broadcasting live from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm always excited to speak to my good buddy, Max Altschuler, who's CEO and founder at Sales Hacker, who's got a fantastic conference coming up June 15th to 16th. Actually, before I go into it, Max, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Just visiting some family here in
Miami.
My little cousin's, who's like 6 months old or something, is having his baptism. So it's a tradition in the Cuban culture. I think maybe it's Catholic culture. But anyways,
Yes.
good to see family. How's New York?
I think. New York's good. New York's good. Just hanging out with the animal.
Nice.
She's trying to bite my socks. Bree, say hello. Hi. She's hanging out, living the dream. You know.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of the dream, you have, I would say, your biggest conference yet, the Building the Sales Machine. You have like this incredible, I don't know how the hell you've been able to pull it off, but you have an incredible lineup. Can you tell us a little bit about the conference, some of the speakers, who should be going, and why should we be super excited about it outside of the fact of the obvious?
Yeah. So you should go if you're in really any role in sales, manager, rep, whatnot, leadership. Sorry, Bree. Knock it off, girl. Knock it off. It's going to be an amazing conference. It's going to be educational, but it's going to be fun and entertaining. And then the network is pretty incredible because you get our audience of Sales Hacker, and then you also get Salesforce's audience, which is, their reps are selling it to their enterprise companies. So, I'm already looking at the attendee list, and I'm salivating if I'm a SaaS company or, anybody selling it to these companies or B2B companies because, I'm looking at this list, and it's like, worldwide VP of sales operations at Cigna, Aetna, Ingersoll Rand, Mercer, some really big companies, mixed with the classic sales hacker companies that come. So, the hot, up and coming tech companies, Greenhouse, DigitalOcean, et cetera, et cetera. So the networking is going to be amazing. The educational element, like learning from the top practitioners in the world in B2B sales is going to be incredible. And then the entertainment value, those 6 massive keynotes that we have, plus, the fun shows that we put on. So it should be good, man. I'm pumped.
I think one of the things I really like about this one is, of course, outside of the fact that it's in New York, but as you mentioned, the sales hacker community in San Francisco and around the world has been, heavy, like Series A, Series B, Series C, Series D startups, SaaS companies, that would be historically probably considered like, mid-market or upper mid-market. But now you're talking about, large corporations who are starting to attend these sales hacker events. And that now, from a sales perspective, becomes an incredible opportunity to sell to the enterprise. So I'm super excited about that. A couple things. Your branding and marketing and all the videos and all the stuff that you've been doing to promote this one has been absolutely fantastic. What was the thought process around, like, really being able to take a more multimedia approach to the promotions this time?
Yeah, I mean, it's evolving. We're working with a couple of different teams. We're working with creation agencies. So Jack Kosakowski, who did a lot of my social even before we were working with him formally, but attacking it from social perspectives. We're working with Salesforce now, who, has a different approach. So kind of just combining different approaches. And, we have some more resources now than we ever did before. So we're able to do some video stuff and a couple other things. So, more lead time, more resources that we're putting into this event. It allows us to do some creative things. And then, I think by the end of this year, for Sales Stack, you'll probably see us doing stuff with Snapchat and a few other mediums that we're not on right now, but, are definitely our audience is on. So, you kind of just got to be coming at it from every direction for these conferences. And in general, you're looking for attention, decision, conversion. And these multimedia, these different platforms are one way to to drive attention and enforce a decision, but they're not going to get the conversion. To get the conversion, you really need to be in inboxes and having conversations. So it's been good for us to get some attention and to get these conversations happening. But the decision is, it's attention to conversation decision. It's been a long day, and I got a dog biting my foot.
Well, I just wanted to kind of wrap up with, getting some wisdom or advice from you as a founder myself, as a founder, you being the founder and CEO of Sales Hacker, who's really been able to bootstrap this thing into one of the more successful conference media companies, certainly in sales in the category. I mean, I'm going to put you at number one right now because I can't digest the other. I don't want to say any names, but probably not for me as an audience member. And then now with you reaching the enterprise as in terms of having them become attendees, I mean, you're really becoming number one, if not already there. How do you actually how do you go through the trials and tribulations of just like the mental stuff, right? When you're bootstrapping and you're like, man, I'm embarking on this journey. I'm going to place a bet here. What do I do? What if it doesn't work? A lot of what we've been trying to do here on the show is to develop mental toughness for folks. If you could share some of the things that you've been able to do now over the last couple of years, again, from starting off at, I remember just doing the events in San Francisco to now, having reached this pinnacle where, hey, you're partnering with the largest, most successful CRM on planet Earth. Maybe you could share some of the insights there.
Yeah, I'd say early on you want to do as much as you can to, mitigate risk. So, you want to take a leap and validate something, but you got to do it, the whole MVP mindset and lean mindset, do it in a way where you're mitigating your risk early on, prove something out. Don't, put yourself in a terrible position financially or anything like that. But, as long as you're learning and you're building a network, for me, that was the thing. It's okay, I'm going to do Sales Hacker as long as I can and see where it goes. And if it doesn't make me any money and it's not, as long as I don't lose money, I'm happy because I'm building a network and I'm learning a ton. And if you can do those things, then whatever you're doing, as long as you can pay your bills and not go into debt, then you're putting yourself in a better position for afterwards. So, you'll make more money later. I always thought, okay, well, if I do this for a year and I don't want to do it, well, at least I've made enough money to live during that time, so I won't go into debt. And, my network will be people like Mark Roberge and other, sales thought leaders and stuff that now know me and spoke at my conferences. And, it's nice. It's nice to do that. The phone?
Yeah, my dad just called me. Delta. I'm in the middle of an interview right now, but
hi, Mr. Soto.
It's terminal. It's Delta. Let me check the terminal, and I'll let you know. But it's Delta. It just says Delta outside. All right. Okay. Cool. So, that sounds great. What I think I hear is, you really had a plan to kind of build out the MVP of this media business, start to verify whether it was going to work or not by just giving it a chance. And as long as you could actually stay afloat, pay your bills, and as long as there was value being added to you as the business person, then it was worth your while. Then that kind of allowed you to have a more grounded mindset.
Yeah, if you do what you like to do and find a way to make money doing it, you're in a pretty good position. So, it's not that hard. It's not that hard to do. Find something you like to do. Find something that you learn from, and find a way to make money doing it.
Awesome. Well, Max Altschuler, thank you so much. Sales Machine, building the Sales Machine in New York City, June 15th and 16th. It's the hottest event of this year, I would say, unless you throw something even better at the end of the year, which we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
And if people want to
events, come to them all. On
Absolutely.
my book, Hacking Sales, hackingsales.com. My dog is awesome. She says hello. Hi.
Awesome.
Come here.
And what's your Twitter handle?
It's Max Alts, Maxalts.
Awesome. Well, Max, have a great day, and I'm happy that I've finally been able to pronounce your name after a 4 or 5 year friendship. I've been able to pronounce it, I think, pretty reasonable. Would you say?
Altschuler? Yeah, you're doing all right.
Awesome.
Enjoy your quinceanera in Miami. Have fun. Send the family my regards, and we'll be in Dominican actually tomorrow. So
All right, right on.
if you
Well, my
want,
dad's calling me again, so I'll see you later.
all right, enjoy your flight.
All right,
See you,
peace.
man.